welcome to A Toast to Truth. Why is the world failing to support Haiti? This is Season 3, Episode 4, No Handouts for Haiti. I am going to do this episode alone like I've done the last couple of episodes. But this is going to be from a personal experience as I recently went to Haiti a few months ago. But first, I want to pop some bubbly. Okay, so my poppin' bubblies moment for this week is the fact that I actually got to go to Haiti. If you've been following the podcast, you know I talked about it in Season 2, Episode 1, that this was a 20-year journey for me. Since I was 12 years old, I wanted to go to Haiti, and I had the opportunity to go with Black Celebrity Giving in September of 2015, and I went. And so I am going to talk about my experience there. So let's just kind of jump into, how this beautiful country, really opened my eyes to a lot of things, both business as well as equality, and then as well as, from a personal perspective. So let's start with personal perspective. When I first learned about Haiti when I was in middle school, I was just so fascinated by the history of the country that they were the first Black republic in the Western world. Now, before colonization, they were their own country. After colonization, they were part of the French Empire, and they revolted. They are the first slave revolt in the history of this world to be successful. But with that success came a lot of struggle for this country because they fought for their freedom and won. They were then isolated and taxed, and they had to pay back the French, which I never understood why they had to pay the French when the French came to their country and made them slaves. But anyway, this is not a political rant. We already had one earlier this season. But what I took from that was the strength that these people have to know who they are. And that's something I have been posting and sharing about with all of you guys this year, is knowing who you are. Like, once you have that mental clarity, you get that mental strength, and then you start owning who you are. You start having that inner peace within you, knowing what you will and will not take. So all of that is part of, like, a mental detox. So as I, learned about Haiti since the time I was in middle school, had the opportunity to go, and then I went, I really understood as I'm transitioning from business development to mental detox in my business that the reason I feel so attached to Haiti is because they understood that they had to break the chains off their mind so that they can break the chains off their ankles. So that's the same with you. You have to break the chains off your mind so that you can break the chains off, your wrist or your ankles or whatever is keeping you chained from not doing the things that you were put here to do. We all have a gifting from God. We all have something we can contribute. But a lot of times we're so in our mind, we're so, our mind is so shackled that we can't think through a situation and we just kind of give up. And so the resiliency of the people of Haiti when they led the slave revolt shows that if you break the shackles from your mind, you can break anything to get the things that you want out of life. So that I never really realized how much the history of Haiti has to do with a lot of the process of mental detox. So that's, leading me now into the business realm of, why I felt the need to really go to Haiti. So after the earthquake in 2010, we all saw the news. We were all devastated. We all donated money, and then the money never actually got to the people. The money never helped the people. No one knows where $500 million is to this day, which is very devastating and very, very sad. Because who would steal money from people in need? I just don't understand people with that type of mentality. Maybe they need a mental detox. I don't know. But when I went to Haiti, when I got out of the airport, it was like 20 men there ready to carry my bag to the van. That was like entrepreneurial spirit right then and there, okay? They are not waiting for someone to give them a handout. They are trying to create their own opportunities. And that's what a lot of people in America seem not to understand. You cannot wait for someone to give you a business. You cannot wait for someone to give you a job. You cannot wait for someone to give you money so you can start your business or give you money so you can start your nonprofit. You have to go out there and you have to hustle. You have to figure it out. Like the other day, I posted on my Facebook and Twitter, there's a difference between the hustle and the grind. Which season are you in? Right now, I'm in the grind season. I know what I'm doing, so I'm working to make that happen. Hustle is you're always out there trying to look for opportunity. You're always out there trying to seek opportunity. And for the last 5 years, I was in hustle mode. I was always looking out there for opportunity to grow my business. Now I know what it is I'm going to do, mental detox. So now it's time for me to grind. Now it's time for me to go out there and build connections. Now it's time for me to go out there and build a program, build the launch event, all the things that it's going to take for this new business that I'm creating to get off the ground. So I'm in the grind season. Now, we left the airport, and we're, the traffic, oh, my God, the traffic. The traffic puts Houston to shame. Like, I thought Houston traffic was horrid. No. The traffic in Port-au-Prince, Haiti was, like, unbelievable. I was just like, wow. But on the flip side, because there was traffic, I was able to really take a look at the country, see all the things that still have been affected by the hurricane, but also the beauty in the country. I mean, the country is just absolutely gorgeous. When we are flying, getting ready to land, you see the mountains and you see the greenery, you see all this gorgeous, beautiful land. And it's just breathtaking from the airplane, just looking down at this island. It is just absolutely picturesque. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so going back to, we're leaving the airport. I'm in the van with one of our Haitian guides. Her family is from Haiti, and so she was one of the ones who would translate. And I'm trying to learn Haitian Creole. It's not going very well, but I'm trying because I think it's a very beautiful language. And it's 4 other ladies in the van who were also on the same flight as me, coming from Fort Lauderdale. And so I go on this trip. I don't know anyone there. A couple of people, we know each other from online and such, but essentially I'm going by myself with 37 other women I really don't know, and I'm excited for this adventure. We're going to be there 4 days. So we barely get out of the airport, and this little kid comes up to our van and is trying to sell us sunglasses. And so Ty, who is in our group, but she's our translator, she was saying that this is something that they do. So don't, buy off the street because you don't want people to see the money that you have, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking to myself, man, this kid looks like he's probably 12, but he's already with that hustle spirit, hustle mentality to not sit around and to not wait for opportunity, but he's out here creating his own opportunity. Now, mind you, he probably has to help support his family in one way or another, but he's doing it, and he had this beautiful smile, and he knew enough English to try to get us to buy those sunglasses. But it was that, seeing that spirit throughout the whole trip of them just hustling. Like when we went to the beach in Jacmel, we're sitting at the pool at the hotel, and like 10 people come up with their little wares, and they're trying to sell. Some of the ladies bought things, souvenirs and stuff. But, I mean, they were hustling, and they were, like, negotiating price, and some of the ladies were negotiating prices and stuff like that. I opted to shop at the little side vendors that was close to our hotel in Port-au-Prince. But I did shop in Jacmel. I did in Jacmel. I bought a T-shirt because I said I was not leaving the country without a T-shirt that said Haiti on it. And it took forever to find that T-shirt because a lot of them said Jacmel or they said other things, but I specifically wanted a T-shirt that said Haiti. And so the guy, he looked until he found me one, and then I bought it. But he didn't speak English, and I didn't speak Haitian Creole, but another gentleman overheard me trying to talk to him, negotiate to get the shirt, and he was like, oh, I've been to Miami. I speak some English. So he helped make the deal. He helped seal the deal so I can get my T-shirt, and I was very grateful. I know some of you listening are like, oh, it's a T-shirt. Why is that such a big deal? It's a big deal because I like T-shirts, and I think that having a T-shirt that says where you're from is pretty cool. And then also I wanted to support a local businessman. You all who have followed me since Women Are Game Changers know I like to support local businesses. I don't like to shop in chains if possible. I don't like to go to big businesses if possible. I like to support the local business. So he's a local businessman, and I wanted to support him, and we worked till we found my T-shirt. He made me very happy, so I ended up getting two because he didn't have change or something. So my roommate, she got a shirt that said Jacmel, and then I got the shirt that said Haiti. And he made his money for that day, and I was very happy to support him. And then when I got back to Port-au-Prince, I think it was maybe like 2 days later, I went with some other ladies, and we went to like the street vendors, and I bought, my family some souvenirs and different things like that. My nephews really liked the little drum that I got them. All of it was handmade, handcrafted, hand-painted. Again, I wanted to support the local businessman. I wanted to support local families. I wanted to make sure that they were going to be able to take care of their family and give them money directly while supporting their business. And it was funny because one of the guys was like, oh, I'm on Facebook. We started laughing. We were like, man, these they really out here hustling us. But, several of us, I think it was maybe 10 of us went or whatever, and we really shopped. I shopped from several vendors. One lady, she tried to buy something from every vendor there to support, but we had a good time. And so as far as what I'm saying as the business goes, if you go to a country such as Haiti, then you want to support the local vendor because that money is going directly to them. If you go to like a store, of course they'll get their paychecks, but they may not get as much. Like the grocery store, what was the grocery store? Giant, I think that was the grocery store a couple of blocks away from our hotel. Oh, my God. First of all, they had a chip reader. In Texas, they barely had stores with chip readers before I left for Haiti. So I was like, this country is not as backwards as people keep claiming it is. And it was a really nice grocery store. And they have Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Okay, so, like, don't let the media fool you about Haiti. They are a little bit more advanced than what people are giving them credit for. So I go to Giant to get me some snacks. My roommate comes, and another lady comes. So we're there to get our snacks and stuff like that. We're walking around. And then I went to another grocery store a couple of days later with another group of ladies. But it was like I didn't like it as much as Giant. So Giant is probably going to be like my Kroger. I love Kroger. But, yeah, so they had all these wonderful things there. They had, like, we stayed at the Best Western, and it was funny because I think it was the Ebony May issue 2016 that had that particular hotel as one of the hotels, one of the top 10 hotels in their travel list. And so I'm reading the article, a couple of months before I leave, and I'm like, Best Western in Haiti, Port-au-Prince. I was like, that sounds like the one that I'm going to be staying at, and lo and behold, it is the exact hotel. So we stayed in a good hotel because it was in the Ebony magazine, and that Best Western was a locally owned hotel. So, again, we were trying to support the local economy as much as possible. Now, what I noticed that Haiti really could use some improvement in as far as business, from what I observed, is their understanding of English. Like Americans, we can be kind of rude when we want things. We can be very impatient when we want things. And their understanding of receiving several orders from several different people at the same time, they couldn't process it. They weren't able to process it. It was like they were able to do one thing at a time. So everyone knows that I teach ESL, which is English as a Second Language. So because I teach ESL, I knew what their struggle was. So I was able to tell some of the ladies that we can only give them one request at a time because they're not going to process more than one at a time. Now, they would you will give, at the hotel, you give them your request and they would make it happen. But if they start receiving too many requests at one time, they weren't able to process it. So that's something I feel that if Haiti wants to attract more Americans, that they need to have more English taught. I did see a few English schools, not many. I think I saw maybe 3 or 4, just, while we were riding around and stuff like that. I saw about 3 or 4. But when I tried to look them up online and stuff like that, I had a hard time finding any type of websites. And when I did find websites, they looked outdated. They looked really hard to read. So the technology was also a problem that I saw, that if they are given the right resources, the right tools, that could really help the people there, which will, in turn help the economy. Now, I know they had their election in November, like we had ours, but I don't know the outcome of who the new president is, because while we were there, they had a transitional government. So I don't know who the president is, and that's been another problem with the country. I feel that other countries have had too much authority in electing their president instead of the people in that country electing their own president. And other countries, especially America, have had too much influence in telling their government how to run, when we need to worry about running our own government, because we seem to have a lot of problems now. But and for people who think politics and business don't go hand in hand, they do. How do you think trades are made? How do you think you can go trade in another country? How do you think you can go sell in another country? How do you think you can go and get resources from another country to build your product? Okay, the government plays a part in your business, and business plays a part in government. It just does. So again, the English language the English language and technology were a little bit of a barrier I saw for the business. And I talked to a few people, a few Haitians who were in business there as well, just trying to get a feel for it. We went to one restaurant. It was like up in the mountain. It was so beautiful, and the food was really good. I'm not a big foodie, and I don't like trying new things, but I definitely was trying everything there. And the food was good. It was very good. But we were at this restaurant, and it was like a mother-daughter ownership restaurant, and it was really nice. And the owner, she was so nice. She came and talked to us and really, gave us some insight, or at least the group that I was sitting with. She was giving us some insight about just, her business and just living in Port-au-Prince. I think the majority of people live in Port-au-Prince. Like, I believe the three biggest cities in the country are Port-au-Prince, which is the capital, Jacmel, which is in the southern part of the country, and Cap-Haïtien, which is in the northern part of the country. Those were like the three big cities that I kept hearing, and we only were able to go to Port-au-Prince and Jacmel. I know some of the other ladies stayed a couple of days after the majority of us left, and they went north to Cap-Haïtien, and, you know, they were sending us pictures and telling us how beautiful it was, and I don't doubt it. I mean, the whole country. If you go to my blog, and I'll link it up on the show notes, but the country was just gorgeous. You know, us going up in the mountains to get to Jacmel, I was trying to take as many pictures as possible. It was just probably the most beautiful country that I've seen with my own eyes, you know. And I've been to Amsterdam, which is in the Netherlands, because Amsterdam is not a country. And I've been to Dubai, which is in the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates, and Dubai is not a country. And the reason I'm saying that is because some people think Dubai is the name of the country. It's not. Dubai is the biggest city, but it's not even the capital of the UAE. Al Ain is the capital of the UAE, and my mother lived in Al Ain for 3 years. So when I went to go visit her, my siblings and nephews, and we all stayed for a month. And so we went to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and we were in Al Ain. You know, we traveled the country and stuff like that. And while that country is beautiful, it's desert. So it wasn't greenery and stuff. So here in Haiti, they had all this beautiful greenery in the mountains and everything, and it was just gorgeous. It was just so, so peaceful and breathtaking. And I was trying to take as many pictures as I could. But I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll come back and continue with talking about my trip to Haiti. I'm now accepting clients for my mental detox strategy sessions. I specialize in teaching overwhelmed entrepreneurs and professionals who give too much to others and nothing to themselves how to incorporate daily mental breaks into their schedule. If you know anyone who needs help in this area, please send them to my blog, VernettaRFreeney.com/truthconfidant. Thanks for the support. And my January launch is January 7th. So to learn more about the Mental Detox Mastermind, which will be an event to teach you how to mentally detox. No, you will not share your personal dark secrets there. You will learn the process, and you will learn how to create a framework to accomplish a goal in 90 days. Please go to VernettaRFreeney.com/mental detox mastermind. Okay, so we are back, and, you know, before the break I was talking about how beautiful the country is, and, you know, it was just breathtaking, and you know how different it is from some other countries that I've visited. But here's the thing that I really want you to get, because the question, you know, is, why does it seem like the world is failing Haiti? I feel, this is my personal observation, that the world is failing Haiti because the world feels that they can do whatever they want to the people in this country, and no one's going to stop them. That's a personal observation of mine. I feel that they don't have the respect for the Haitian people. I feel the world does not see the Haitian people for what they contribute to this world. Because if it wasn't for the Haitian people, you know, revolting against the French, America would never have gotten Louisiana and all the states in the Louisiana Purchase. So the American people can thank the Haitian people for them doubling the size of the country. And then, of course, the French got money to try to fight, and they lost the fight. But the French got money from the American people because they purchased the land. So Haiti actually has contributed a lot to the American, to America, more than people actually know. the richness of New Orleans. A lot of that is because a lot of their ancestors came from the island of Hispaniola. They've come from Haiti. So that's where that's where in New Orleans you have like that little community, the Creole community. They come from Haitian ancestry. Now, here's what I want to share with you guys. I want you guys to really take a look at, and it doesn't have to be Haiti. It can be another country that's similar, but really do some research on the history and the economy and what this country is really struggling with, because you may be surprised. You may be able to go and you may be able to contribute and do something. Like when I asked what was the biggest struggle, after the hurricane, they were like, it was just a lot. So we went to a children's home and we brought school supplies and, we brought things so that they can have a good school year. The nun who runs the children's home was really doing a lot on her own, a lot by herself. And then we went to a community center and we made like food buckets for almost like around 100 families, and we donated things to the clinics at the community center. Now this was, us trying to help after the hurricane. Then we weren't even back a month, and after the earthquake, and we weren't even back a month, and hurricane hits the southern part, and flooding, and I even saw flooding videos from the north as well. So it was just like, man, we went there, we went to go help, and then this country again gets hit by another natural disaster, and so much work needs to happen. And me being an OCD type A personality that has to have things very, very organized, I can really see why that $500 million went missing, because if you're not organized and you cannot keep everything together and know where everything's know where everything should go, then yes, you're going to struggle and you're not going to know where that money is. And so for me, I really wanted to go to Haiti because I wanted to see what I can do to continue to help this country, to continue to help people, and not in a mission where I'm giving you a fish. I believe the part of that scripture that you teach a man to fish. I wanted to see what I can teach to people to help them in Haiti. And really, I think it's the English. I really feel that I will be reaching out, trying to find the English schools there and seeing how I can contribute, because I've done this for 10 years. But I really feel if they have a really good understanding of English, the comprehension. Now, they can speak it, but comprehending and speaking are two different things. And if they can comprehend English coming from multiple people at the same time, they really could start attracting American tourists. And it is, I'm telling you, it is a very beautiful country. You would definitely enjoy it. Staying somewhere like Cap Haitian or Jacmel or somewhere where there's a beach. Not so much in Port-au-Prince. I mean, there's not a lot to do. But if you stay out in one of the coastal cities, coastal areas, you'll definitely, kind of just really enjoy really laid back type of atmosphere. Now, that's kind of all I wanted to share about Haiti. I will link it up. Black Celebrity Giving has listed, these are reputable organizations that are helping with the flooding aftermath. A lot of them are based or have an office in the country of Haiti. So these are places that if you donate your money, they will get to the people that is in need. So I will link that to my show notes. And so you can, if you want to make a contribution, you can make a contribution to a reputable organization that is really helping the Haitian people after this hurricane and flooding from 2016. But yeah, I mean, I had so many positive and wonderful, I mean, just absolutely wonderful experience there. And no way did I see me going to Haiti as a real life demonstration of what a mental detox process takes, what a mental detox process looks like. And so I'm so excited to take the experience that I have and be able to really help other people incorporate mental detox into your life so that you can continue to run a thriving business, protect your peace, and wake up every day in a very, very good mood. So that is all I have. I'm going to get ready to share my final toast. So I'm going to give two. I'm going to give a final toast for this episode, and I'm going to give a final toast for this season. Okay, so my final toast for this episode is to never take what someone else says to heart about something else. So what I mean is don't take someone else's word about a country. Go and see it yourself, or go and do the research yourself, because your experience may be completely different from someone else's. I did not go to Haiti with this, they need help, I'm there on a mission trip, and I'm there to save them. No, I went because I'm like, I want to see this country for myself. And I was able to see this country for myself. It was beautiful. I definitely will go back to Haiti for vacation, not just mission work. Okay, and my final post for season 3? My final post for season 3. I want to say that, I really talked about ideas and making ideas happen. And if in episode 1, we talked about financing your business. That's an idea. I need money. But you have to start implementing that idea to make it happen. In episode 2, I talked about the election. Guess what? Trump had an idea to run. He marketed and branded his campaign like a business, and he somehow won. And last episode I talked about business bullying. I had an idea, and this bully had the idea to take what I'm doing and to spin it. This episode, I'm talking about looking at another country as an opportunity. It's an idea. You don't have to just stay in the country that you're in to make money and to make a difference and to do things. You can take your idea and go and try to implement it in another country. So my final takeaway from this season is ideas are a dime a dozen, okay? But in order to make that idea even a possibility, you need to do something with that idea. So you need to get out of that hustle mentality, and you need to get in grind mode to make that idea a reality. So that is all I have for this episode and this season. So this has been a Toast to Truth with Bernetta R. Freeney. That's me talking to you about my trip to Haiti. And, I talked about the consequences that they've encountered and, what can happen for us. So that's the end of season 3. Season 4 will be back next year in 2017. Thank you so much for joining me for 3 seasons.